say good afternoon and welcome to everyone tuning into the live stream this afternoon for Maidenhead United Women's home game. Just waiting for a commentator to join me up on the gantry here, so bear with me if it's a little quiet for the minute because I don't have the team sheets or anything up here at the moment. I have got the lineups actually looking at the Twitter feed. So number 1 for Maidenhead United Women in goal is Kenny Clark. Number 3, Chloe Webb. Number 23, Lindsay Preston. Number 9, Izzy Stockton. Number 6, Katie Ackerman. Number 31, Maya Baksh. Number 14, Megan Harper. Number 8, Alia Charles. Number 2, Katie Vince. Number 10, Chloe Chapman. And number 20, Charlie Evans.
Anyway, my name's Ben. I'm going to be assisting you today. Two standing secretarials. After the warm up down there, please. Also through me. Afternoon, guys. My name is Ben. I'll be assisting today. Two standing in the secretary area. Substitutes to warm down there, please. All subjects run through me. Any questions? Come to me. Good luck. Okay.
Yeah, do come and join me, Neil. Nice to see you. I've just read through the Maidenhead lineup because I saw it on Twitter.
So good afternoon to all watching on the live stream this afternoon, courtesy of our friends at FC Video. Thank you to Julian and the team for helping us bring coverage of this game to those of you unable to join us. I was going to say it's a glorious afternoon today, but the sun has gone in.
Which is not a bad thing for the cameraman.
Not a bad thing for the cameraman. He's happy. I was enjoying the sunshine. Maidenhead on the attack in this one against a Portishead team who had a fine win last week. They beat local rivals Bridgewater in the Somerset County FA Cup. It's a terrific result for them in the semi-final. They go through to the final. Good luck to them in that game when they play Keynsham later in the season. However, they're in desperate need of points. They are currently in the bottom 2 places, and they will need a good return of points from the final handful of games of the season if they are to remain FA Women's National League team. Maidenhead are rather more relaxed about their position. Maidenhead are in the top half of the table. Never finished in the top half of the table before. So it could be a record-breaking end to another strong season at this level. Portishead have started quickly here, and they win a corner off Katie Ackerman there, was it? Katie Ackerman, today's captain, has given away the corner, which will be taken by number 6, Alana Torrington. Corner is punched away at the near post by Kenny Clark. And in the end, Maidenhead survive the bright start from the visitors, and they have a goal kick. Good start is the cry from the Portishead management team. Beneath us here on the gantry this afternoon.
Wait, Katie! Leave it! Leave it! Not through. Higher, not through. Now you gotta go, Stan. Now you gotta go. Take it. Travel.
Here come United on the attack now, but Chloe Webb's long ball is gathered by Abby Footner in the Portishead goal. Backs there at the back for Maidenhead, just snuffing out the attack, and Maidenhead build with goalkeeper Clark, finding Katie Vince. Magpies right back, good ball into Lindsay Preston. Leah Charles onto Izzy Stockton and through to Megan Harper, and that's a good effort on goal, well dealt with by Abby Footner. Good movement there by the Magpies. A number of players involved in that flowing move. Visitors have started this game well, but Maidenhead with the first shot on goal. Katie Ackerman can't quite control that to her satisfaction there, but again, Backs does well and steps in. Here comes Backs now with the ball. She's going to send it long. She does, and that's going to come through the offside anyway. Actually, against Chloe Chapman. She protests her innocence there.
What's been the reaction, Neil, from the disappointment of last Sunday in the County Cup final? Last
Sunday's County Cup final was a difficult day, wasn't it, for the team? They've been used to positive results this season. This was a negative experience. They've had a game in midweek after losing 2-1 in that encounter at Ascot United. Oh, rather against Ascot United at Beaconsfield in the final. Always a shame to lose a final, but Ascot are a fine side, and they will feel that they deserve the win on the day. Yeah, we had a midweek game at Abingdon United where the girls came away with a good 0-0 draw. Good, useful point on the road there at a tough venue where actually we've never scored a goal at Abingdon's ground before, so a ground we've always found a tough one. So that point keeps us on track for what we want to do. So hopefully a good reaction today, Julian, at home. First visit to York Road for the girls after the last few home games have been on the road in terms of host venues elsewhere. We've had to play games at Ascot and Beaconsfield due to the rather rubbish weather we've had. Good win by Katie Ackerman there. Chloe Webb will see the ball out here. So the first game between the teams back in November was a 3-2 win for Maidenhead. Sorry, Julian, I cut you off in your prime there. You're about to...
No, I was just going to say, because you were saying Abingdon still not scored there, but it was on this time, because did they actually get as far as reaching the ground last
We did. For the originally scheduled game last month, we were in Abingdon as Megan Harper tries to win the ball there off
I remember seeing the postponement flash up, and I
Yeah,
assumed it was
frustrating one.
quite
Yeah,
short notice.
it was late on. The match referee wasn't happy with the ball wasn't able to bounce. I wasn't actually there for that one. I'm told that it was so saturated the referee didn't think it would be a safe and worthwhile game of football, I guess, with no ball unable to bounce. You know, you've got to have some standards, I guess, in terms of making the game safe and enjoyable for the players. So that one was, as you say, a victim to the weather and was rescheduled for last week. So quite a tiring run of fixtures. We've got another game on Wednesday as well. That's another cup match. That's away at Fleet Town. And if the winners of that one had any incentive, it's a quarter-final at home against Reading. So plenty to look forward to, even though the games are coming to an end now. Only one more home league game after today for Maidenhead, when they entertain Bristol Rovers, who we beat here last year. So hoping to do something similar against them. Kenny Clark with the ball at her feet. The very high up there was number 22, Kimmy Tanner-Joyce, who was behind Kenny as Kenny had the ball at her feet. And Portishead are going to be full of confidence, I'm sure, after that brilliant win against Bridgewater. Bridgewater, only the previous week, had beaten them 6-0 in the league game. And I looked at the two lineups, and it was a strong, good Bridgewater lineup for a top half side. Certainly no resting players.
Sounds like the analyst did a really good job in figuring out.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. So I congratulate their management team on that result earlier. But here's hoping they can't reproduce something today. As I say, they do need these points. They are in a precarious position, but football can change very quickly, can't it? So
do you feel that the leagues are starting to balance themselves out as women's football becomes more popular? Because it always used to be such a massive divide between top and bottom.
Yeah.
And there's still some of that, isn't there? But it's not anything like what it was.
Is a degree. There are teams in recent years that have really run away with the league. This year's one is interesting because there's certainly two teams in contention for winning the division, which will guarantee promotion. So Swindon Town, who obviously we are the only team to have beaten in the league this season, which was a real high point of the season, and Moneyfields, they're the teams kind of you'd expect with the biggest budget, you know, able to pay players a good deserved pay packet, but obviously money and resources aren't always available to clubs at this level. Chloe Chapman can't quite keep the ball in there. She's playing in a left-hand side position today. Interesting tactical change. She's normally, or has played, the youngster, the teenager, operated as a centre forward. She's found starts hard to come by, but she's only 16. She's on dual registration with the Oxford United development team. And she looks a good prospect and is a great character to have around the place. Really enthusiastic player with a good ability. She's got a really good goal at Bristol Rovers, her first goal in senior women's football rather than development football for Christmas.
Is she the youngest player here?
She is our youngest player yet, 16. That's right. So it's good to see youth get the chance. And I'm expecting this game to be a tight one today, despite the league position. As I say, the game between the sides early in the season, Maidenhead won that 3-2. Certainly didn't run away with that on the day. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on when we have no doubt a gap in play. Aaliyah Charles, who was captain midweek at Abingdon. And the ball's cleared there as Maidenhead start to get a bit of a foothold in this game. Katie Vince with the throw. She can get some length on her delivery. Ball bounces awkwardly there. and ends up being a throw-in for Maidenhead, won by Megan Harper, another young player in this team. Generally a more settled, experienced lineup than last season, where Maidenhead win the corner off the head of the defender there. Maidenhead used a lot of players last season, and a lot of young players had opportunity to step up, which is exciting, but the squad feels a bit more sort of settled, and certainly the pattern and the formation of the side is not predictable as such. There's options for change, but settled is the word I'd use. Corner from Ackerman goes towards the near post. It's hooked away. Behind for another corner.
Katie!
Ackerman with 9 goals this season from midfield.
Can we get Kimmy on the ball? Can we defend it and get Kimmy on the ball? Defend it, block the players. Contact. Good.
One was headed across the box, off the knee of Stockton. Stockton's shot then is blocked. It's going to fall for Megan Harper. She couldn't quite get under the bounce of the ball, and Footner in the Portishead goal is able to gather. Lizzie Preston does well there. She gets applause from the manager beneath us. Long direct ball there towards Megan Harper, and actually that's well chased and put out for a Maidenhead throw. Good period of possession. Which game did you cover yesterday, Julian?
Cheshire United against Maidstone United.
And that was a 4-2?
4-2.
Ex-Magpie Kai Yearn scored all 4.
Yeah, why did you let him go?
Well, he didn't really get much of a chance for the men's team, really, on loan from Coventry City. It's Maidenhead.
It's funny because I recognised the name.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think why.
It's another day at the office for you, isn't it?
And I looked it up and I thought, oh yes.
Yeah, short spell on loan over in the first half of the season for Kai.
He just had one of those games where everything he touched went in.
He's got a lot of ability. Just kind of struggled to set into the style of play for the men's team before the change of manager. Anyway, we're women's football today. FA Women's National League Division 1 South West. Chloe Webb with the bandage on her left hand, where she got an injury that kept her out for a few weeks out of the season. She was worried it might keep her out for most of the rest of the season. That pass back, Kenny Clark has to come out and skid out and clear the ball behind the stand. Nearly troubling the railway line, but not quite. Portishead have a player down injured. I believe that is number 6 Torrington, the experienced player for them.
I noticed there was a note online about trials for the first team here.
That's right, yeah. They are looking to supplement what they've already got. Very pleased with the first team squad they've got this year and how well they've done. But there will be opportunities to look at other players. So that's online, it's on our website, I believe, on social media as well. And there'll be opportunities, I believe, in. I don't think we're hanging around. I think they'll be starting as early as May. Chance to get a bit of summer football, even if anyone wants to come down and dust off a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Rustiness, I guess, as the season comes to an end. There will be trials, open trials for the team. No experience necessary. If you know anyone, Julian, send it their way. Is your daughter play football?
She played at school a little bit.
Let's see Katie down here for the trials.
Yes.
Julian in a very good mood today on the camera because his beloved QPR won 6-1 yesterday.
Hey, you noticed?
I noticed, Julian, I noticed. You told me to mention it, for one thing. That's a good ball to the far post where Megan Harper can't quite reach it. Chloe Webb's ball across the box. And It was a good ball in. Always good delivery from Chloe coming forward. The left back, traditional kind of flat back four this afternoon. They have tried different things this season with 3 centre backs, but outstanding pair of Charlie Evans and Maya Baksh are the ones currently in possession today. Molly McKeever reverts to the substitutes bench. She's had a fine season, the young player, but as has this lady here, Evans. Ball into the near post is gathered by Kenny Clark. Kenny rolls the ball out to Katie Ackerman. Is the FC Video sponsored Katie Vince. We do appreciate the support of Julian and his team at FC Video in covering our games, and we're able to live stream this game with the fingers crossed that the York Road Wi-Fi at this ancient old ground. Playing football here for 150 years and other sports before and since, now solely a football ground. The dimensions, Julian, when we first started playing here back in the 1870s, not that I was around, but reading contemporary newspaper coverage, the ground was north to south, which means the camera view where you're looking right now, there would have been a goal at that end.
Okay.
And another goal at the end closer to where we are here. So north to south rather than east to west. Good football there. Chloe Chapman involved. Down holding her ankle is Charlie Evans, which will be a concern to Dave Kitson. Maya Baksh back to our fellow American Kenny. Kenny goes for a wander and is dispossessed but illegally. According to our assistant on the line here, Mr. Ben Wong, he saw a foul there. Kenny was trying to dribble past Kimmy Tanner-Joyce, and a foul is given. Kenny, like most goalkeepers, fancies herself as an outfield player. Goalkeepers, different breed, aren't they?
Yeah.
She wants to do everything, and why not? And with one game under Ed last year or the year before last, she came on in a cup match and played up front for the last 5-10 minutes and got a yellow card. That's a great ball across to Chloe Chapman. Chapman cuts inside and has to bring the ball back. Well defended there by Portishead. Perhaps if she'd gone outside, she might have had more joy, but she cut inside. Portishead looking organised at this time. Maidenhead in the reverse fixture got a foothold right in the opening seconds of the game with the captain on the ball there, Katie Ackerman, scoring from long distance. Just changes the game, doesn't it? And that ball through in the gap will run out of play. Right idea from Charlie Evans. Unlucky is a shout from Dave Kitson underneath us, the former Premier League striker. He must have banged in some goals against QPR over the years, Julian, rubbing it in.
Probably, quite possibly.
He's doing a fine job as manager of this team as well.
Yeah, I've watched a podcast that he was on recently where
yeah, he loves a podcast, does Dave.
Where he revealed himself as the secret footballer.
The Secret Footballer, yeah, that series of books. Have you read them?
I wasn't aware of them actually.
Yeah, the Secret Footballer. They were quite infamous, really, where he was able to use
I felt a
pseudonym
little bit ignorant, knowing nothing about them.
Yeah, I think a few people would have perhaps worked out who it could have been, and yeah, he spoke very candidly about his career, an interesting career coming from non-league football at a level even lower than the level that Maidenhead men play at. Maidenhead men was playing Tier 6. That's an offside flag, goes up there against Natasha Bevan.
But he also said how much he loves this job as well. So
he's doing great. He's doing great things. He was at the men's game yesterday. He gets right into the heart of the club. He does work with the performance team, so youngsters, men and, or rather boys and girls, that are hoping to be emulating these players out here today and the men out there yesterday. So yeah, glad that he's enjoying it, because if he's enjoying it, it means he's more likely to want to hang around and stay with us. He's doing a fine job, and we're on course for a best ever league finish. But it's work to do. 4 games left, and actually the form recently has not been quite as flowing. 6-0 win at bottom side Worthing. Maidenhead have not won since then. Drawn matches and the defeat to league leaders Moneyfields and also Ascot in the cup final. So we're looking to get back on the winning trail this afternoon. And at the moment, this one looks like it's going to be a rather evenly matched 90 minutes. So repeat that Portishead Town, second bottom in the league at the moment, perfectly capable of making it hard this afternoon, and they will fancy their chances of getting a positive result. They need wins, really, don't they? Given the position, they're 6 points adrift of the teams just outside the drop zone. And they don't want to drop back to step 5, where they came. The first ever game actually at step 4 was against Maidenhead in 2021, I believe. Maidenhead won that one at Bristol Road 3-1. In fact, Portishead have not won a game here, so they'll be looking to change that this afternoon. And here's Charlie Evans. She clips a intelligent ball towards the advancing Webb, but it's cut out well by Portishead. I'm struggling to see what's happening immediately below me here due to the shape of our gantry. So if I miss anything momentous under my eyelids here, Julian, you're a bit further forward than I, standing operating the camera. I'm having a well-deserved sit down for a bit. I've not stopped the last couple of days.
As always.
As always, yeah, get the violin out and Katie Vince.
Of course, you get the summer soon. You have a long
there.
break, don't you?
What's that, sorry? Summer's
Summer,
long break.
you get a
Well,
long break at the summer.
that's when all the contracts and all that kind of thing starts.
I was joking.
Yeah, as if there's a break. A chance for some other sports as well. I'm looking forward to this weather. Well, maybe a bit warmer than this, and
See if you
certain
can take,
different summer sport in a few weeks' time.
see if you can take a crowd catch at the Oval.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know somebody did that.
Yes. Someone not far from me. Was that televised as well? Was it a T20 game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on like national TV. It was on this stream. For
Right. Sorry,
But-
wasn't it?
But because
Yeah.
my son was working that evening, and I just messaged him and said, I've just taken a crowd catch.
Yeah, yeah.
And about 5 minutes later, the video clip came back
Oh,
that he found
what did you win for that?
£1,000.
Hey.
And a free, I was invited back for a Middlesex game,
Yeah.
following up to get the big presentation check thing. You know,
Okay, right.
with 4 others that had
Yeah.
caught the catch that season.
Okay.
Of course, that Middlesex game got rained off, so we didn't get any cricket.
Oh,
But
okay.
I came away with £1,000 though. so-
£1,000. You can't, not to be sniffed at that, is it?
No.
For our visitors, our viewers across the pond, I'm sure there'll be a number of you watching
What's
today. What on earth are they talking about? It's the sport of cricket, which Sprits enjoy in the summer. Phil Oakley, our analyst, is pumping his arms as well. Which county do you support, Phil? Middlesex. Oh dear. Oh
See,
dear.
I'm
Division 2 Middlesex.
I'm Middlesex born and bred,
Okay, all right. All right, that's close enough.
but because of my son playing for Surrey, I kind of, he got a few free tickets and things.
Yeah,
My
he's
allegiance
converted.
kind of changed a
You've
little
come
bit.
south of the Thames.
That's it.
So yeah. Let's leave the cricket chat now. I think there's people in North America turning off or
What's cricket?
turning down. We'll try and get.
Well, we need a little bit more goal action here, don't we? Or
Yeah, it's
goal
been a slow
attempts.
start. I have to be honest. I did think that this was going to be quite an attritional one today. Portishead have been well organised so far. They just need a little bit of magic to unlock them. Bit of a phony war so far. Ackerman's corner. into the box, and is that tucked away? It is, and it's Charlie Evans. Charlie Evans tucks away the opener for the Magpies from Katie Ackerman's corner. And after 27 minutes, Julian was complaining of a lack of goal action. Right on cue, he has prompted the opener. Charlie Evans, her first goal for the Magpies.
And she's been outstanding this season, hasn't she?
Absolutely, she's been brilliant. Goal for Maidenhead United in the 27th minute, number 20, Charlie Evans. Announcement of the goal is popularly received here, and Maidenhead go in front. Been nothing really in the game so far, had there? So a handy opener for the Magpies to get. And they have some defending to do now. I think Portishead will be disappointed there with that one. They were defending well. It's a tap in at the back post. Just goes to show how set pieces are so dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah, and you said how goalkeepers, think of themselves as outfield players and love to get up. But for a defender to score a goal, I think that's special, isn't it?
That's great. It's a good moment, as I say. You were absolutely spot on. Charlie's been absolutely tremendous for us this season, and really pleased for her for personal reasons that perhaps I won't dwell on. That she's got the goal today. It's a nice moment for her. So Maidenhead get that all-important opener.
So here we go. It's the way she brings the ball forward like that.
Oh, she's brilliant on the ball. You know, that's just a different level, isn't it? You've got defenders who defend, and you've got defenders like Charlie who defend and can play. And she is an absolute pleasure to have around the place as well.
And to be honest, they've got 3 centre halves that do that here.
Yep.
Because you've got the 2 out there today and Molly on the bench.
Molly on the bench is a good footballer as well. They all are good footballers. They're playing a tier 4 of women's football in England. England, of course, are the reigning European Championship winners. So very proud of our Lionesses. And women's football in this country is going to grow and grow and grow. Katie Vince there. She plays a brilliant ball to, it's in the direction of Izzy Stockton. She's able to intercept it. Thumbs up to Stockton. Stockton acknowledges the pass. So Maidenhead lead thanks to that 27th minute goal from Charlie Evans.
So it's funny, isn't it? I mean, talking about strikers as well. Izzy Stockton went through a little run, didn't she, where she couldn't stop scoring.
Yeah.
And it's dried up a little bit at the moment.
It has, but she's playing her part. She's back to her certainly back to her best, I think, is Stockton. She had an injury-prone sort of season last year. She doesn't seem to be perhaps enjoying it as much as she should and could do, as you wouldn't when you're injured and not involved every week. But she's got that familiar Stockton bubbly personality back again. Well, never left, of course, but she's really got the spring in her step. She enjoys the coaching and the management that the team are under here. Maidenhead have got a good record here at York Road, haven't they, Julian? They've done okay in games here. It's good to be back, having had to ship out to Burnham's ground and Ascot's ground to play our home games. Not ideal. We don't live in an ideal world, and we don't live in an ideal climate here. It's been as foul a wet winter as I can remember for many years. Our analyst Phil up on the gantry with us is expressing his satisfaction. We've also got Brett alongside us as well. Enjoying it so far, Brett? Brett's happy. Brett and Phil do a great job in pointing out those areas where the girls can exploit. That's a great pass. Talking of exploiting an opening, Chloe Chapman couldn't just bring it, but it's brilliant play from Lindsay. Lindsay was delighted that today's game is streamed, and I think, and I do hope we've got members of the Preston family watching us this afternoon. If you haven't turned me down already, muted me and Julian. Lindsay has been an absolute revelation since she's come into the team. Fine player. Lovely person to have around. Really popular in the group, and we love her to bits. She's got her hands on her head now for giving away a bit of a soft foul there, maybe. She protests her case to referee Ryan Jennings, who's a judge. She's pushed.
Do you know the story as to why she's here in Maidenhead?
Well, are you prompting me there, or do you know an answer?
No, I don't. I just
well, I think it's come through. Now, Phil might be able to correct me there. But Maya was training with us in pre-season, and I think she potentially knew it. They're both Californian girls. There's a song about that, isn't there? I'm not going to break into song, but I think it's possibly through Maya that the link came. I think she was looking to come over to the UK, and now Chloe Webb comes down the left wing as an attacking left back. She puts another delightful ball in. Lindsay steps over it. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay will get a shot away. I told her she's going to score today for her family, watching, I hope, at home. But the ball is well cleared by Portishead, who've defended well there. It'll make them even more frustrated that they've given away perhaps a soft goal from their point of view from the corner kick, because they have defended the Maidenhead lively front line well so far. Katie Evans prods the ball into midfield, where Katie Ackerman, who else is available to spread the ball. She plays a lovely ball to the channel. Is young Chapman. Chapman against her opposite number 10, the rather more experienced Shannon Holloway, rather, who has a few more years under her than Chloe does. Good battle between those two there. The experienced Portishead captain, quality player that we've come across many times. Preston's ball to the box, just evades Aaliyah Charles and Megan Harper there. Katie Vince. There's some defending to do. Oh, she's only managed to pass that to a Portishead player, and some defending to do. And actually they do it well between them there, don't they, Maya? With the header back to Kenny Clark after Charlie had won the aerial battle against the tall frame of Kimmy Tanner Joyce, who's been a threat so far. That is well done. Good ball from Izzy, who gets applause from another striker that knows how to find the back of the net, or did, Dave Kitson, manager. And yeah, as Julian says, the goals have not been coming in recent weeks, as the ball forward there towards the Magpies front line. Charlie Evans does well again there, but actually even better play there from Torrington, who played a good ball. And the challenge goes in on, that's Saw one, isn't it, for Kimmy Tanner Joyce, chasing the good awareness and good ball into a dangerous area by Alana Torrington. Kimmy is now injured and will need some treatment. There's a strong challenge from the goal scorer Charlie Evans.
Notice Chloe Webb's got the wrist heavily strapped.
She has.
She fell at that home game played at Ascot, didn't she, on the artificial?
She did.
And I must admit, when I saw a tweet coming out a few days later, it looked like that her season was done.
I think that's what we're expecting. It's credit to her and her resilience that she is able to get back and be involved. Wasn't quite the injury. She thought it might be a break, but it wasn't, which was good news. And she's been excellent. Again, debut season, like so many here, this new squad that we've got. And there's how many should I count? Go through the team here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 11 today are all players, or starting 11. 7 of the 11 are new to the club. As I say, new at the start of the season, having been recruited by Dave and his able assistant Sean Hillier. Sean's not here today. Perhaps he's watching on the live stream. Busy family man that he is, but he puts so much into this team, and he's there at training twice a week, and he's been an absolutely outstanding addition to the backroom team alongside Dave as well. But Dave's not on his own, he's got the technical team with him today as well. We've got some young coaches who are learning under him and getting the benefit of his Premier League experience.
Is this Dave's team? Like, did he bring Sean along?
Yeah, so, when previous manager Ed, as you'll remember, did a fine job with us, he decided to move on to a good opportunity for him. And the club, I think, moved very quickly and very sensibly to get Dave in. And Sean came, he was one who had applied as well. But the club did move very quickly to get that vacancy filled. It's a crucial vacancy, as you know. It's recruitment for players that are not under contract is hugely important. We don't pay players a contract at this club, same as Portishead. I believe won't be a side that are able to do the same. That's just the financial realities, really, I guess, of clubs that are partnered with sort of teams that are more junior in the pyramid, Julian, I suppose. There's clubs in Tier 5, Brentford, I think, are top of, or near the top of Tier 5. That's Sean's former club. That's Chloe Webb's former club. And they, I know, have got a good budget, and good luck to them. That's what women's football needs, isn't it? It's one of those difficult periods where the money for all the success of the Lionesses doesn't really filter down in terms of grants and that kind of thing. That's a Maidenhead goal kick. I thought it was going to be a corner. Okay, we'll take that.
So
my Maidenhead hat on.
What happened?
Well, yeah, I thought that had clearly come off Chloe Webb when she put the challenge in on Kimmy Tanner-Joyce, who thankfully is back on the pitch now, having received some treatment after that bruising challenge. Maidenhead keeping possession. It's a funny one, isn't it? You've spoken about goals being slightly in short supply recently. Well, Lindsay has scored a couple from the wing. And then today, as the ball forward towards Izzy there, she's through on goal, but she's well snuffed out there. That's good defending, was it, by Phoebe Tate?
That's where you were just waiting for her to get the shot away, wasn't it?
She didn't have the chance, did she, to be fair to Tate? It didn't. She didn't have that whiff of a slight moment of hesitation where she can wrap her foot round it. It's really quality defending. It's another Maidenhead corner, and they scored from the last one. Charlie Evans this time, the goal scorer and centre-back, is about round the penalty spot area. Lurking with intent again. But it's headed away at the near post. And behind again. Has that bounced out the ground? No, it hasn't. It's bounced back off the fence back to Katie Ackerman, who will again swing in another delivery. Can United double their lead? Footner does well in the Portishead goal, and applause from beneath me. In the return game, it was a strange one. Footner didn't actually start that day, and we've come across Footner a number of times, a good goalkeeper. But that day, the alternative goalkeeper, Esme Lamb, who's on the bench today, started. Difficult game for Esme, and Footner actually came on in the second half. Made them with a 3-0 up at half-time. On that day, Katie Ackerman scored in the first minute, which always sets you off nicely. And Aaliyah Charles then had the benefit of scoring into an empty net from distance after Lamb's clearance didn't quite get the distance it might have needed. Unfortunate one for the goalkeeper. And then Izzy Stockton, during that purple patch, got a customary goal on the turn before half-time, and we're thinking happy days. Our first away win of the season. Well, nearly not, because Portishead were outstanding in the second half. They made some changes, put Maidenhead under some pressure. Mia Blasey was one of the goal scorers that day. She's on the bench today. And there was a real scare as the second goal came not long after, with about 20 minutes left, actually. And Maidenhead were struggling to hang on. It felt like at times, to be fair to the girls, after that second Portishead goal, they did manage the game well, and they won it 3-2. It's a good ball to Chloe Webb. That's a good ball to Chloe Chapman. She turns back inside though. She does well and tries to put the cross in. It comes back off the unfortunate Portishead defender there, who's brave, but got a ball. I think it bounced off the shoulder into the face of the Portishead defender. I think it's Natasha Bevan, but I will have to take a view on that one, I think, as the player is just away from me. I think it's Natasha Bevan, but no harm done. This is I'm going on my pet hate hobby horse that I go on about.
I'm with you on this one.
Players having to go off. You know, she's done a good bit of defending, and now she has to go off because the play's stopped because she's got a ball in the face. I mean, you can't help.
And actually,
now that weakens Portishead.
Actually, she had no medical attention there at all.
No, exactly. But Leah Charles, with an ambitious effort that crashes off the roof at the canal end of the ground, and will be heading towards said canal. Worth a go though. Leah, as I say, scored in the reverse fixture.
So tell me, I'm always interested in these insights. So another ball flown over
Yes.
the ground there. How does it work in terms of, like, the league supply the balls, I guess, yeah?
Yeah.
So how many do you get, and do they get replaced?
Not enough, and we can buy some more. Now, as you can see behind the goal is the figure of Jamie Buckland, one of our volunteers, who's here during the week. He works tirelessly for the club, and he's here on match days volunteering. His beloved Arsenal are playing in the is it the Carabao Cup these days? Have they renamed it again? What's it called these days? Is it Carabao Cup?
Yeah, it is Carabao.
So I think he's going to head off at half-time to watch Arsenal men try and win a cup final. You suppose Arsenal women, as well as Maidenhead, of course, on both men and women. He's just gone. I can see him in the corner. He's just gone out the back gate there, and if he doesn't return with the ball, he can consider himself sacked, because they are they're sparing amounts at a ground like this, where you've got sort of, you haven't got large stands like you've got at some of the bigger grounds around the country.
Or a cage.
Yeah, or a cage, or whatever. Chloe Webb has some defending to do here. She receives it and hits sensibly first time. Here comes Leah Charles now, who's had another one who's had a fine season for the Magpies. Chloe does well against her opposite number there. Good battle. And she stands firm, does Chloe. And she's done well to win the throw. Well done. Applause all round, including from myself there. Former Brentford player. With the bandage on her hand. Good piece of defending there from Chloe. She's very useful coming forward. And she defends well as well. It's been a difficult few weeks for her with that injury. Now, that's broken kindly for Torrington, but Torrington isn't able to make the most of it. Good aggressive play from the Portishead. Another experienced head in this team. This is why Portishead will harbour hopes of finishing outside that bottom bottom two, because they have plenty of experience and battle to the end. But the shot from Torrington was rather rushed that time. Happily for Maidenhead. That's good aggressive play again. And actually they're in a good position now, our Portishead. The shot is blocked. Shouts of handball. I can't really see from that one. I'll try and watch a replay. Maya Baksh, I think, received a ball in the face. Aaliyah Charles does well, screens the ball, and actually is a foul in Maidenhead's favour in any case. And there's a chance to watch this one again, and well, certainly her hands are up. Whether it hit her stomach, I will defer to the match official. Kenny Clark to clear. Maidenhead with the 1-goal lead given to them after 27 minutes by Charlie Evans, first goal for the club. The centre-backs slotting home, close range at a corner, simple goal, but still has to be created, and was created well by captain Katie Ackerman from another good corner.
So do you know which teams are likely to be promoted up into this league? for next season?
Yeah, we've been keeping an eye on it. I think from obviously there are regional divisions below us, so it looks like we could have a local derby with Wycombe Wanderers next year. Now, that's an interesting one because obviously in the battle for recruitment, you know, Wycombe are attached to a men's EFL club. I presume they'll be run under their community trust like the Magpies team are, but they will be ambitious and have some budget. So, yeah, Wycombe, that'll be a local derby and one close to home. They might play that one at Adams Park, potentially, the home of the men's team. They normally play their games at Burnham. And the London section is a bit more complicated. I think it's possibly Portishead Town who are the ones that are looking ambitiously upwards. And Brentford, as I said earlier, I think have probably played more games than. Let's have a look at that division. Teams that come up from that league tend to do well, Julian. A certain team called Fulham have come up and done well in the southeast regional equivalent to this division that Maidenhead and Portishead play in, the southwest division.
Back in the day, wasn't Fulham the first professional women's team?
Yeah, there was Fulham. Fulham were. I think they played under the banner Friends of Fulham, didn't they?
Okay.
So yeah, they were certainly one of the leading lights in women's football, and that's half time. Magpies lead this one by the odd goal given to them by Charlie Evans, who slotted home from a corner. Otherwise, not lots to report in terms of quality chances, but Dave Kitson, I'm sure, will be satisfied with the way the first half has gone, well refereed by Mr. Jennings in conjunction with his assistants, and all to play for in the second half, Julian.
Yeah, I think, as you say, it was a competitive game, wasn't it? But you know, I don't think Kenny Clark had any problems there. But 1-0 after the break, and we will be back shortly.
try and get down there and put it on. Who's on the music? Go on, you can do it.
Is it just this?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll come down.
I'll just press play, don't I?
Anyone wants to volunteer and put the music on? Sorry about that. I don't trust you.
Oh, right.
What's that? Stop. Oh, you money?
I'm just wondering if he's used Trevor's transfer name. Mate, if it is, then...
Yeah, well, yesterday, they worked really hard. High intensity, scored a really good second goal. Yeah, it's good. Good. Good chance of being. Yeah, he got himself sent off at half time. Hard work, did he? Good. Nice. Did you see it at half time or not? No, you weren't there. I saw it. I saw all of it. And actually, to be fair to the fella, he didn't swear. But he going on, referee.
Neil? Their physio is looking for some ice.
What's that?
Some ice.
That's what they are.
Do I need to go in there and grab some?
There's some in the, yeah.
quick before you go out, okay?
We are indeed.
We're back, we're back. Welcome to our coverage of the second half of this FA Women's National League game. Neil Maskell on commentary this afternoon, having drawn the short straw. And Julian, our cameraman, as well, enjoying the game with us this afternoon. You do enjoy these games, Julian, don't you?
I do. Yeah, there's something... I don't know, there's something about men's football that's very...
Cynical?
Yeah. There seems to be... Yeah, I mean,
unpleasant?
They want to win here, clearly.
Yeah.
You know, but somehow there's a bit more enjoyment.
Yeah. There's some good football at times. It's been a bit of a slow burner, this one, so far.
Yeah,
They did have the lead at half-time, though, the all-important lead. That's the only thing at the end of the game that they'll care about, really.
Actually, there's a point there that we probably should mention the score on commentary a little bit more, shouldn't we?
Okay, thank you, I will do.
We haven't got any graphics overlaid.
No graphics.
think radio commentary, you know.
Okay, I'll make sure it's mentioned more often then to those tuning in late.
But I did notice when I'm filming games, so I've got all the information I need for editing the highlights.
Yes.
I do use a stopwatch to mark where all the goal attempts were.
Yeah.
And I only made 4
such
marks in the first half.
Well, we're going to have a bumper second half then of shots on goal. And Portishead need to chase this. They're obviously losing the game. They have made a change at half-time. They brought on number 18, Tiana Allen. Who currently is lining up on sort of left-hand side of the back line. Lindsay Preston does well to bring the ball under control and plays a good pass to Katie Vince. Katie will put it into the channel to Megan Harper, and that's good defending there from number 3 Emily Lindsay, and the foul is given away by Megan Harper. Good defending by the Portishead player. Goes Vince again. Misses the ball though. And now Portishead have an attack down this left-hand side. And Torrington skips past Baksh. Interesting one there, because I don't think initially the free kick was going to be given. Katie Ackerman possessed innocence. Referee Mr. Jennings has pulled it back. I think it's might have been, again, it's an interesting one because it might have been a tug by Maya Baksh, just looking at it back, and then Katie Ackerman, who protests her innocence, saying she couldn't get out of the way of the player there. Perhaps it was given belatedly for the first offence. Anyway, it's a free kick to Portishead Town, and there's no arguing with that statement of fact. Torrington's ball in is gathered by Kenny Clark.
I think what you were saying about Katie Ackerman protesting her innocence. I'd love sometimes to have a wireless mic on her because the conversations she had with the referees.
Ongoing dialogue, we call it.
Absolutely. Probably wouldn't be able to broadcast it live, mind.
Well, she's the captain today. Club captain is Simone O'Brien. Simone's on the bench today. Substitute. You're not going to say that phrase anymore, are you? Finishers, I think they prefer to be called. There's a clearance. Whistles past the gantry here. Nearly hits the CCTV camera. Strong clearance on the roof of the changing room and clubhouse block. We have an alternative football and we play again. Scrappy start to the second half. It's been a scrappy game, really. I think it was always going to be a attritional affair, this one, as I say. Portishead desperate for points for their very status in this league. Megan Harper does well. They're getting in front of the ball. The ball is a good one there by Katie Ackerman. It's angled towards Chloe Chapman, playing on the left-hand side. Chloe Chapman does well, breaks into the box. Good challenge. Had to be perfect, didn't it? Had to be inch perfect, that challenge. If it hadn't been.
Good turn of pace there.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it? She did well. She's congratulated by Izzy Stockton. They share a joke together. Two young forwards. Izzy is now making a nuisance of herself on the goal line. Maya Baksh is there as well. Maya hasn't scored for the Magpies yet in her short time with us. Maya is backing into her opposite number. Goalkeeper Footner pushes them all out of the way. There's a lot of jostling going on. Let's see what happens to this corner. Oh, it's not the most ideal one, but it's looped into the goal. And Maidenhead score from the corner again. Now Megan Harper is taking the credit.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't the most stunning delivery from Katie, considering her high standards.
I'm sure that was straight off of the training ground.
Yeah, look, it's done the job. Yeah, it's definitely Harper who loops the ball in, and it's 2-0 to Maidenhead United, and a very handy time to score early in the second half. Megan Harper gets her goal. Goal scorer for Maidenhead United in the 50th minute, number 14, Megan Harper. So congratulations to Katie on her 2 assists today, and congratulations to Megan on her goal. It was a good, smart finish, was it? And that's a good piece of decisive clearance from Maya Baksh. If you're just tuning in, Maidenhead now have a 2-0 lead. Goals in each half. Charlie Evans and Megan Harper.
Good lens, well done. Good, go on, Katie. Go on. Drive.
Ball in the box is well dealt with by Footner, the goalkeeper. Kenny Clark with the usual smart footwork. We'll give Kenny the benefit of the doubt. Kenny, as I say...
I hate it when goalkeepers do that.
Well, we're old-fashioned now, aren't we, Julian? We're men of a certain age.
Put your foot through it.
Expect the goalkeepers just to kick it long. Goalkeepers these days want to play football.
Wider, Katie. Shells narrow. Higher. Goes. No.
possession here. Charlie Evans has had a fine game. It's nearly the really intelligent ball there from Leah Charles. Just didn't quite reach his intended target. Maidenhead have the squeeze pot on the minute ends with Kenny's clearance. Chloe Webb unable to keep the ball in play as a Elizabeth line train rattles past us, heading in the direction of London. Well, they've made the wrong choice to go to London for the day when there's women's football on here at York Road.
Doesn't stop at Wembley anyway, does it?
No. No. Chloe Chapman does well. Stockton, lovely turn. Stockton to finish. Not quite. It's Preston. Oh, and the rebound. Good save from Footner in the first instance. And then the rebound is easy in the end, really, for Footner. Lindsay Preston perhaps didn't quite get the sort of power on the shot. It was lovely footwork, wasn't it? Yeah. Fell to Preston. She just drove it.
I just heard Dave Kitson saying, "Great turn, is he?"
Yeah,
I'm sure he would know.
Absolutely, that's it. When you get praise from someone of what he's done in the game, that must be really motivating. Good chance for the Magpies to go 3 up there, and at 3 up you'd expect perhaps that would be the game in the palm of their hand. 2-0's a different scoreline, as we all know in football. Next goal will be important in this one. If Portishead can get it back, they will look to finish strongly. If Maidenhead get the next one. And here are Portishead in a good place here. And Clark does well. Oh, that's rebounded nastily. That was a sore one, wasn't it? Decisive piece of play from Kenny Clark. But she ended up smashing the ball right into the head of Charlie Evans. That is just a freak one that happens. The ball could have gone anywhere.
Could have gone in the goal.
Could have gone in the goal, which would have added insult to considerable injury. That's a really sore, nasty one for Charlie. That was Kenny could do nothing other. It was a good ball, wasn't it? Was it Torrington? I think was sent clear, and Kenny had to come and react and did well. I think we're going to have a change here, because I think that's going to be a nasty concussion, and that's a shame, because Charlie's had a fine game again. Charlie has scored her first goal in Maidenhead United colours. Is there activity beneath us here?
No. Funny enough, I was thinking Molly McKeever will be running up and down.
Well, Charlie, I'm speaking to Charlie's mum, who attends games as a loyal follower of her daughter. Always Charlie, she says. We've had Charlie stricken a number of times this season, and actually I don't remember her really ever going off due to an injury. She is a trooper. There's a message coming from, or a message intending to come across from Dave Kitson's management team to Claudia, our physiotherapist, who is attending to the stricken Charlie Evans. She's now sat up. I think she's going to be okay. Don't think there's any activity beneath us, and we hope that Charlie is firstly okay, and secondly able to continue in her descending order of importance there. The main thing is...
of course, she'll have to go off the pitch.
She'll have to go off the pitch, yeah. Nonsense. Well, it's a corner as well, which is
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So you don't really want one of your centre-backs off the pitch at that point.
At the corner. And it's going to be a change anyway, so actually that's irrelevant. So Emily McMaster is the ready-made replacement, really. Emily's been on dual registration with one of the local sides in Loughborough who play at Tier 5. While she's at uni there, she's certainly better than a Tier 5 player, so I imagine she's an outstanding presence in that lineup. But she's available for us today, which is great. But Charlie Evans will go off. That's a real shame. and a blow for Maidenhead, but as I say, a quality replacement in Emily McMaster. So
She played last season.
Emily was with us last season. Yeah, she was with Tottenham last year and was on a loan with us. Substitution for the Magpies in the 58th minute. Please show your appreciation for goal scorer Charlie Evans. Charlie will be replaced by number 16, Emily McMaster. So yeah, Emily's first action in the black and white for a little while. As I say, dual-ridged, a very handy player to have. The header, just over the top there. Well, that just goes to show that this game is not done and dusted. That could have easily have looped into the top corner. It was a great header.
It was the first clear-cut chance of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Again, from corners, we know how dangerous they are, and actually frustration there because I think it might have been 17 Bevan who got the header in. No, I think actually, sorry, it's Chelsea Hill. So Maidenhead perhaps got away with one there, and they've had the luck of a rebound here. Ball in's a good one, and it's crept in. Great cross from Chloe Webb. Again, another assist for her. Good football, steered in at the near post by Izzy Stockton, who'd been hearing the complaints from Julian that she's not been in the goals recently. Well, she finishes that well, doesn't she? Slides it in at the near post. And Maidenhead, just moments after potentially giving away a goal back, and now 3-0 up in this game.
Yeah, not actually complaining. It was more the just noting
Goal
that
scorer for Maidenhead United.
no doubt now we'll see
In
Izzy
the
Stockton
59th
going
minute,
on another
number 9,
run.
Izzy Stockton. Talking to Izzy's granddad rather at half time. He was his normal enthusiastic self, asking about the midweek fixture. He will have enjoyed that goal. Great to see Izzy on the score sheet. He's had a fine season. Great player, as we know. Maidenhead now have that 3-0 lead, and that could be really crucial. As I say, Portishead came here in a good frame of mind. They've not played badly at all, have they? That was just good football from Maidenhead to get that. They could have easily been 2-1 at the other end. The goals they've conceded otherwise have been from set pieces, which might frustrate them a little bit, but they've defended generally well. Could easily be back in the game at one end and then a goal within a minute at the other end. So it's frustration for them, a pity. It's always a good club to visit, so we wish them well in their last 3 games after today. What's happened there?
The goalkeeper basically took a goal kick straight into the back of Lindsay Preston.
Okay.
And out comes a yellow card.
So she's been cautioned. Okay, all right. I didn't see that. So
There was no movement towards the ball to block. The goalkeeper just carried through the action and hit it straight at her.
yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't think that's quite right, is it? Really. Just watching the replay there, because we have the benefit of the referee only gets to see it once.
I have another insights question then.
What's that?
Who pays the fine?
The players.
They do they?
They do.
Change beneath us.
Substitution for the Magpies in the 62nd minute. Placing number 10. Your appreciation for Chloe Chapman. Chloe is being replaced by number 11, Simone O'Brien. So yeah, they pay their own fines, and the substitution there for the Magpies is club captain Simone O'Brien on for Chloe Chapman, who's had a really impressive game down the left-hand side today. Unfamiliar position for her.
So what's the damage for a yellow card then these days?
I think it's only a tenner.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's mate.
that
It's worth
feels
getting
like
one, isn't it?
feels like the same as it was in my day.
You never got yellow cards, did you?
I haven't actually, no.
I can't believe
I
you'd
just
have
used to
gone
be the club secretary.
Oh,
to
I
try and get the money
see.
from the players.
Which club? Go on, give them a plug.
North Hayes Academicals, they no
Okay.
longer exist.
Yeah.
We were a Middlesex County League side,
Yeah.
intermediate level.
Was that an age group team or a men's team? Or?
No. I played 300 odd games at right back for them.
Okay. Veteran right back Julian Fox is our expert summariser this afternoon.
I did tell you who kept me out of our secondary school team, didn't I?
Oh, you did, remind me though.
Chris Wilder.
Chris Wilder,
Sheffield
currently
United
managing Sheffield United, that's right. Yes, of course. He's a Sheffield United fan, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, he was born and bred in Sheffield, but
Yeah.
moved down to London, I think,
Yeah.
because Southampton had some kind of set up there for,
Yeah.
I guess that was before the academy, but certainly from a youth setup.
Yeah.
But he didn't actually play, he left the school to become an apprentice at Southampton, but
Yeah.
didn't actually play for them. He did play for the northern clubs, didn't he?
Yeah. Everyone playing for Rotherham.
Yeah, Sheffield United, Bradford City, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Halifax, of course, where he was manager as well. That's a good ball.
It was a good ball. Cross from Lindsay Preston is a good one. Oh, and it's diverted into her own net. Diverted into her own net by number 14, Adele Brown, isn't it? It was a great cross, and it's an unfortunate one for Brown, who gets a good headed contact on it, but unfortunately into her own net there. So a fourth goal for United, who are taking over rather in this game now.
Yeah, the danger now is that floodgates opening. That one was, as you say, really unfortunate. Not quite sure what she was trying to do there.
Yeah. Fourth goal for United. It's another change as Molly McKeever replaces Katie Vince, who gets the congratulations of the management team. Brilliant is what Dave Kitson rightly says. I'm struggling to keep up with everything on Twitter whilst commentating and doing the PA announcements. Substitution for United in the 65th minute, replacing number 2 Katie Vince was number 15 Molly McKeever. Let's update the Twitter sphere for everyone's benefit. I'm still on the third goal at the moment. No, I'm on the yellow card actually. Normal service will be resumed as quickly as possible. Header towards goal is pushed away well by Kenny Clark.
Shows danger from the corners.
There has been 2 goals from the corners for United and 2 really good chances for Portishead as well. Glancing header, almost found its way into the bottom corner of the net and almost ruined the clean sheet, but it's a smart header, isn't it? Back across goal, nearly dropped into the net, but Kenny was alert. Saved United from conceding. Building again down the left-hand side, in a comfortable position now. It's 4-0 up.
How many substitutions are you allowed to make in these games?
5 from 7 named.
Yeah. It's just
Portishead have named 6.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because you
Only
quite
use 5.
often see the away teams coming here with only 3.
Yeah, I think it's availability of players, isn't it? You know, again,
It's
this
a
whole
long
thing
day.
about women's game being the poor relations. Lindsay Preston drives across goal. It's cleared. Maidenhead threatening to sort of run away with this a bit now.
Yeah, I sometimes think it's a long day, isn't it? Because there's a lot of travelling in this league.
There is.
And I was thinking it must be difficult for the coaching team.
Yeah. We've had games before that's fallen nicely for Portishead. That's another clear opening, driven straight at Kenny Clark. They've had their chances this second half, haven't they, Portishead? But from a 1-0 deficit at half-time, they now find themselves 4 down. But they have had 3 pretty good openings there. That last one, Kenny is clutching her arm. There's always something going on, trying to keep up with everything. Another injury in this game. I think we'll have holding her arm there.
Noticed the last couple of weeks that Molly McKeeve has been wearing number 25, and she's back on 15 today.
Yeah, she's gone back to that one. I think it's
the numbers look a bit worn.
The numbers are worn out. The league insist on us using their own supplier. I'll say no more on that one. They do look worn out. I remarked on that earlier when I arrived and saw them in the changing room. They are worn out. Season's worth of washing and reuse. She's reverted to 15 today. She has used 25 recently. We try and give them numbers so they can, just be sure of what they need to wear. And
I like the fact
team
that
sheet a lot easier.
I like the fact that the women's team wear exact same kit as the men's.
That's right. Yeah.
And I have to say, I do prefer this one to traditional stripes.
Do you?
Yeah. What's happening next season?
I think it will be return of the stripes, Julian, I'm afraid. But I'm not entirely sure on that one yet. Those decisions are above my pay grade, rightly so.
Yeah, it's a nice kit. I like this one.
Yeah, it's been quite popular, I think, this year. Maidenhead have to bore you on the history of Maidenhead kits. It's not the first time there's been a halved shirt in the club's long history.
Okay.
They had a red and black halved shirt back in the dim and distant.
That's like
long time ago.
1970s QPR away kit.
Yeah, that's right. Black and red halves back in the 1890s, I think, actually. And that's so long ago, even Bernard won't remember that. That's a foul throw from Molly.
I think we'll give the referee that one.
Yeah. It's not the first time we've had that before. Seem to slip out of their grasp, rather, doesn't it? So yeah, we have had halves before. So the club always try and keep the traditions of the club. Katie Ackerman's gone down. There's all sorts going on at the moment. She's in a bad way.
This could be a long second half.
It could be a long second half.
I've got to go out this evening.
Katie Ackerman is having her head rubbed and helped back to her feet. Not sure what happened there. Portishead down are making a change. They're making a number of changes, actually. They're making 3 changes at once. So I'll just introduce who's coming on, because I'm going to struggle to update everything here. Lucy Pook, Marion Summers and Courtney Bean are all coming on. Changes for Portishead Town in the 71st minute coming on. Number 12, Lucy Pook. Number 16, Marion Summers. And number 21, Courtney Bean. So let's have a run through. It's been a rather more action the second half, Julian. I imagine your notes and your clippings of for the highlights, which I hope to have on my desk by 8 p.m. this evening. 6 p.m. Any advance on 6?
I'm going to see
you want earlier than 6, Brett?
Concert tonight.
What are you going to see?
10cc.
10cc.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do?
That's the one.
Where are they?
Nobody else up in this country has heard of them.
No.
They are at Woking.
Okay. Is this original lineup? Graham Gouldman and co.
It's basically Graham Gouldman's band.
Graham Gouldman's version.
He's the only one of the original 4.
Yeah.
There is one other that has been with him since Godley and Cream left in '77 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But otherwise, new lineup.
Well, enjoy that. That'll be good. Okay, we'll wait a bit longer for the highlights then. We'll let you off. Maidenhead's looking to turn the screw now. They lead 4-0 in this FA Women's National League counter. Lindsay Preston does well with a header at the near post, the far post rather, and the ball didn't quite break. Molly McKeever does well, swings in a good ball. Oh, that's a lovely cross from Molly, and sliding in Izzy Stockton, who's been on the goal scorer's score sheet today, can't quite get the last touch on it. So well done, good football around there. Maidenhead played well second half. I think the first half was at times not the flowing football that we expect at times from Maidenhead at their best, but the second half scored a couple of good goals.
It's funny so often, isn't it? Football is about confidence and momentum. And we've had both of that after a couple of goals.
Exactly, and 4-0 is quite harsh on Portishead. That's a under-hit pass, and Kenny Clark, who has to come off our line and deal with that expertly. Maya just gives her goalkeeper praise there, dug her out of a bit of a hole there, but Maya's had an excellent game otherwise. Goalkeepers have a part to play in the defensive line as well, don't they? So well played all round. Yeah, Portishead have had, I think, 3 really good chances second half, haven't they?
Yeah.
A couple of the corners, one headed over the top by, I think, Chelsea Heel. I couldn't quite tell who got the glancing header that Kenny pushed away. And then the shot, well, unmarked really, was the Portishead player on the right-hand side of the box, but just couldn't quite, well, it was straight at Kenny, wasn't it? Mind you, Maidenhead have had the chances as well, haven't they, in terms of Izzy's great footwork and shot saved by Footner. And then the throw-in. Oh, talking of throw-ins, that's gone, well, that's going to be a handball, surely. Torrington can't get the shot away, nice back heel, and cleared by Molly McKeever. Maidenhead nearly got themselves unstuck there. Smart play from Torrington with the back heel, wasn't it? That was good thinking, good footballer is Torrington. Always impresses me when I see Alana Torrington play. Here comes Simone O'Brien shrugging off her opponent. Good ball to Katie Ackerman. Katie will spread the play. That's really good football from Maidenhead. Here comes Lindsay Preston. Just kind of oversteps it there. Couldn't quite get it under control, but it was a good flowing move. Nice turn that. But the pass from Lindsay didn't connect there. Emily Lindsay, number 3 for Portishead. Here comes Harper again. Here comes Charles. Maidenhead really good energy this second half. First half quite up to the level that they can reach at times. Ackerman's ball into the box is nearly headed towards goal by Simone O'Brien. She couldn't quite get the head on it. I don't remember Simone ever scoring a header before, and she has plenty of Maidenhead goals in her time. Hands on hips now. There's no change for United. On comes long-serving Alex Dover. Alex Dover comes on for Megan Harper. Substitution for Maidenhead in the 76th minute. Appreciation for number 14, Megan Harper. Megan Harper is being replaced by number 5, Alex Dover.
So without wishing to stress a point, I'm presuming Chloe Chapman, the youngest player.
Yes.
Alex Dover be the least youngest.
Alex is the other end.
Yes.
of that spectrum. Yeah.
So I didn't know because was she injured last season?
Yeah, she's had awful luck with injuries, and actually it's testament to her character and passion for football and passion for Maidenhead United that she keeps going. She's had 2 ACL injuries, one after another, an absolutely horrendous time for someone who lives and breathes football, loves the game, loves playing, involved straight away there, look. And yeah, it's great to have her back involved. And her experience is important, you know. It's mix up there. No, actually Molly does well, doesn't she, to shield off the Portishead player, and Lindsay Preston wins the throw for Maidenhead.
I was talking about the how many substitutions you take to an away game. I guess people in California probably don't know where Portishead is.
Portishead, should we give them a clue where it is?
It's an area that's very familiar to me because I have family around that area.
Okay.
And I've often stayed in the Premier Inn in Portishead. But yeah, overlooks the Bristol Channel, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bristol's the most famous
which is a bit in
town
between
near
the
it.
River Severn and the Atlantic, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah. Always enjoyed visiting when we played them over the years. It looks like they're going to have the work cut out. But they're in a good position right now. Opportunity, as offside flag, yeah. Offside flag against number 10, Holloway, who's frustrated, raises her hands. I think she probably was offside in the end there.
Didn't need to be.
Yeah. I think also there's shouts for a foul earlier in the piece as well. Katie Ackerman not happy with their own delivery there. I don't think there was much wrong with that, actually.
I said about the wireless mic, didn't I?
Now she goes for goal, and it's hits the crossbar. And the ball into the box. It's charged down. And goes behind off Lindsay Preston. That would have been a spectacular one, wouldn't it? Let's see that again.
Yeah, I don't think she meant that.
I think she's swinging in the deepest of balls, isn't she? Now, Footner is a good goalkeeper, but not the tallest. We could only watch that go over her head and bounce back off the crossbar. Perhaps a little bit of fortune for Portishead. They haven't had an awful lot today.
I have noticed in this league, actually, quite often goalkeepers have been the smallest player on the pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the case here, of course. But
no, Kenny. We're blessed with Kenny, aren't we? Kenny's extra few inches. It's a matter of biology, I guess, isn't it? Not much you can do about.
No, it's just not natural position you would think for somebody who's small.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess they probably start playing when they're young and don't know how tall you're going to end up.
Yeah. Good point, well made. Head's not dropping here. Portishead, they're 4-0 down, and there's 10 minutes left of this game. They're still playing with good spirit, still playing with good tempo. Highly unlikely they're going to get anything out of this game now in their bid to avoid being in the bottom two. The bottom two, unless there's issues lower down the pyramid with teams that can't take their place. I'm not usually familiar with the regional football in the southwest area. Lindsay Preston has an injury.
I think it's a broken nail.
I don't want you making any jokes about that, all right? I know what you're like when you break a nail. Holloway's ball is kept out and swept towards goal, blocked again by Maya Back. She's had another very good game at the centre of defence. Good afternoon, good morning in the States if you're watching and supporting Maya in particular today. I'm lucky enough to have met Maya's mum and some family members when they're over in the UK earlier in the season. Lovely family. Maya is an absolute pleasure to have play for us. Blooming good player as well. 3 Americans and 1 Canadian in the Maidenhead side. Sarah Sparrow is on the substitutes bench this afternoon. She's played and started midweek in the useful goalless draw against Abingdon. Now United now, I think the ambition now is to... Oh, I was about to talk about clean sheets and the cross comes shot. There's a change now. Lindsay has had her little finger wrapped up. Lindsay's family, if you're watching, don't worry, she's been looked after. Sore finger, I think they're coming together there. Nothing too... She's the funny side of it, she's grinning. Does tend to play with a smile on her face. Martha Riley is the next player who's going to come on for the Magpies, and I think it's Katie Ackerman who's going to come off to assist to her name today. Well played, Katie. Substitution for the Magpies in the 82nd minute. Your appreciation for number 6, Katie Ackerman. Katie is being replaced by number 17, Martha Riley. On comes Martha in her blue boots, the Brentford fan. She was bemoaning Brentford's poor performance against Wolves recently. She saw as a season ticket holder. She works as a sports journalist as well. Maybe she can write the match report for me. Save me a job. I've got to go home later on and do some safeguarding e-learning. So while you're enjoying 10cc, I'll be swatting up online.
How often do you have to renew that then?
It's overdue. It's important, obviously, in my role at the club to have that qualification. I just.
Is that annual?
No, every 2 years.
Okay.
Every 2 years. So that's tonight's entertainment when I get in. Well done, Chloe. She keeps the ball in. Chloe Webb connecting on the pass from Simone O'Brien, who's been very lively since she's come on. It's been an enjoyable second half. We would say that from a Maidenhead point of view, but I keep saying Portishead have had their chances as well, haven't they? They've had a couple of really good openings, just not able to get that killer instinct into the shot to beat Kenny. And from a couple of corners, a good battle there between Torrington and Baksh. I like that. All the good spirit there, all in good aggressive battling for the ball. Nothing wrong with that. Torrington did good with both feet. Tried to spin Maya Baksh, who, just watching back again there. She might have felt the free kick could have gone the other way, but it went in Maya's favour. Good battle between two good footballers. Now, it's Portishead who are more likely in these closing stages to alter the 4-0 scoreline that Maidenhead have in their favour. Goals from Charlie Evans, her first for the club. Also, second half strikes for Megan Harper and for Izzy Stockton as well, her first for a few games. Another great shift from Izzy up top today, showing some real quality, as she always does at times. Lovely feet that she has. Ability to spin people and turn. Dover's pass just goes astray there. You can see what she was trying to do, just couldn't quite execute. Torrington plays a pass to Brown. Again, this time she's beaten to the ball by Molly McKeever. The energy of the subs has been good today, isn't it, for Maidenhead?
It has, yeah. As you would expect. Fresh legs.
Yeah, what's gone on here? There's an injury, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I wonder whether there was anything more untoward. Torrington is down on their haunches. I think he's a bit frustrated. I'm sure they would have played worse this season and got closer results. They had that brilliant win last week at Bridgewater. I was expecting a narrow scoreline today, and on balance, I keep saying of the chances, perhaps it should be closer than 4-0. I'm sure they'll.
It goes both ways, doesn't it? Because Maidenhead probably would have played better than this and not got a result.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Back to form anyway after a handful of winless games, mainly draws involved, and defeat to the league leaders Moneyfields, which is no disgrace. Well, actually, Moneyfields are second now, but they've every chance of still winning it. They've only lost one game all season, and that's to Swindon, who are top. Swindon have lost one game all season, that was to Maidenhead. And the last game of the season, Julian, is Moneyfields versus Swindon at Moneyfields at the John Jenkins Stadium on the 3G.
Nice.
So if it stays as it is, and both teams continue winning, and I know talking to the Portishead management team earlier, they've still got to play Swindon. Misplaced pass from Martha Riley, the substitute. And number 4, Chelsea Heel, tries to link up with Pook, who's dispossessed.
Now go Leah, go Leah!
Here comes Chloe Webb, who has a nice assist to her name today. Passing to Leah Charles. They maybe were second favourite there, weren't they? But still teamed up to get the ball. Scrappy phase of play. Cleared forward by Tiana Allen. Here comes McMaster. She plays a wonderful first-time pass, and that's glorious as well from Simone O'Brien. Could Maidenhead finishes here, because this will be a goal to remember. And, oh, it's going to be a goal for Lindsay Preston. And that was a lovely move. Glad we've got the finish at the end of that, because that was delightful stuff. Emily McMaster's first-time pass. Lovely flicked ball by Simone O'Brien into Chloe Chapman. Chapman into Stockton, who did well, saved, and there's Lindsay Preston. I told her she was scoring today. She makes it Maidenhead United at 5, Portishead Town 0.
And that finger is still bothering her. So I know I joked about it being a broken nail. I suspect.
I think it's more painful than that.
Yeah.
Goal scorer for Maidenhead United in the 88th minute, number 23, Lindsay Preston.
But, yeah, I don't know whether a nail actually came off or something like that. But
Well, she's spent another one who's been in the walls, and now she's down at her there with that challenge. She's frustrated with the match official. I didn't really have a very good view of that. I'll try and watch the replay. She's back on her feet. I think she felt she was clipped.
Right by the corner though. Well, we'll have it then. Get Marion. Forward court. Come on, Leah. Well done.
A clearance under pressure there by Portishead.
Body in. Keep your body in. Got a mop up. Good man. Use it. Good. Good, Chelsea, be available. T, be available. T. Good, Chelsea, got to be available. T.
Here's Chelsea Heel. Torrington, that's a good strike. And really well hit. And again, a goalkeeper without the extra few inches of Clark. I think, for example, as good a goalkeeper as Footner is, I think her opposite number would have struggled to reach that one. It was.
yeah, we've seen a few of those flying at both ends, haven't we? This season?
We have indeed. Yeah. It was in the end. It was well taken by Kenny, who's fiddling with her gloves. She might have hurt her hand in saving that. Finger and arm and hand injuries are the.
I think we're in added on time.
We are now.
We don't have the benefit of fourth official putting up the board.
We've played 30 seconds over the 45 in the second half. Maidenhead 5-0 up, and they've certainly enjoyed the second half. And credit to Portishead, who have been good competitors in this game. Just key moments have been taken by Maidenhead, been clinical, and Portishead just haven't had quite that clinical edge. And the bounce the ball there sort of rather sums up their luck today, doesn't it? Although Torrington again had to be well cleared by Maya Baksh. I have to give a player of the match to the opposition in terms of the league requirements for all the admin I have to do. Yeah, and I think Torrington will get my shout today.
So do you know who's had the most nominations from the opposition?
For us?
Yes.
I think Megan Harper's up there, and Kenny's had a couple. I can certainly give you that info. I'll have to go delve into the stats. I think that'd be easy to find, actually.
See,
Maybe that's a prize for the end of the season,
I was
right?
just going to say that because I know we have our, we do our player of the season and managers one normally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shouldn't go unrecognised, should it? That the opposition have noticed.
Are we going to have an FC video goal of the season?
Of course.
Good stuff. I'll tell you more afterwards about the presentation night. Baksh has been robbed of the ball there, but recovers brilliantly. Although it's going to be cut across goal. Just not quite in the area, though, was it? Again,
an opening decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shot on there.
Holloway decided to pull it back across, and it was the only place where there wasn't an on-rushing Portishead player. Dover was able to clear. Simone O'Brien is playing well off the shoulder there, but actually Merrin Summers does well. Only finds Chloe Webb. Again, Torrington involved. Actually, this time the ball. No, she gets the benefit of the throw in her favour there. Wasn't sure. I had the view slightly obscured. Certainly, again, it's Portishead putting on the pressure as the time ticks down. Master does well there. Master good in the air. Falls to Pook. Just couldn't quite get the control on the volley, and that's wide of goal, and it's a 5-0 win here for Maidenhead United. Please show your appreciation to both sides this afternoon. Thank you for your support as well. We hope we'll see you in Stripes Sports Bar after the game. Thank you for joining us again at York Road today. We look forward to seeing you for the match against Bristol Rovers next month on April the 12th. Summary of the goal scorers then for United, who were 1-0 up at half-time, thanks to Charlie Evans' goal from the corner, tapped in at the far post. Second goal also came from a corner. Katie Ackerman's corner went to the near post, and I was just criticising that the corner was under-hit when Megan Harper made a fool of the commentator and flicked it gloriously over the head of goalkeeper Abby Footner. Third goal came from Izzy Stockton after Chloe Webb's cross, put away nicely. Fourth goal was an own goal, scored by the unfortunate Adele Brown from a cross by Lindsay Preston. And then the fifth goal, well, I thought it was a lovely team goal. Players involved were McMaster, Simone O'Brien into Webb, who's ball into the box, struck towards goal by Stockton, a good save from Abby Footner, and Lindsay Preston drove in the fifth goal. So a good win, good healthy win for United this afternoon. Thank you to Julian and to the FC Video team. Thank you for those of you who were able to join us on the live stream. We hope you've enjoyed a good game this afternoon of women's football, and we will see you